All right, let's talk about this Sound City plugin that Universal Audio just released. Now, if you don't know about Sound City Studios is a recording studio in Los Angeles that is known as one of the most successful recording studios. The studio was originally a production factory for the guitar amp manufacturer Vox and then was converted into a recording studio in 1969. The studio became a legendary place, going on to record artists like Tom Petty, Neil Young, Nirvana, Fleetwood Mac, Rick Springfield, Ronnie James Dio, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage Against the Machine, Johnny Cash, and a ton of other legendary artists. Now, Universal Audio went in and put a ton of work into capturing the sound of this space and creating a room and reverb plugin that you and I can now use. So Sweetwater is sponsoring this video, and Universal Audio gave me access to the plugin before it's released so I can play with it and kind of see the presets and the user interface and I hear what it sounds like. Now, if you've ever used one of Universal Audio's room plugins before, like the Ocean Way Studios plugin, you are absolutely going to love this Sound City plugin because it is a way newer, more up-to-date, way more user-friendly, cooler interface, and the sounds are fantastic on it. So let's load up our Sound City plugin here. We're gonna go to Reverb, UAD, Sound City Studios, boom. So you see the lights turn on. You've got the full setup here on drums. Now, if you take a look around, we can see our source section, our mode section. Over here on the side, we have our inputs and outputs. We have a little tab for the balance of the different mics. You have some flexibility as far as, you know, basically using each set of mics like you're going through a channel. You've got pans, high pass, low pass phase, mix, wet, dry, solo, pre-delay, stuff like that. That's cool. And if you flip here, you actually have some processing. So we have an equalizer, some compression, and then another chamber that you can use. So this is cool. It's not just the room, but you're getting all these other side benefits. This is kind of familiar if you've used their instrument plugins. The interface is quite similar, and it's really user-friendly and like visually nice. Yeah, and over here you can just sort of quickly turn on these different processes that you might have if you don't want to open up this window, so you can quickly bypass it. Now down here at the bottom we have the information on the different sets of microphones that we're using within the room. So you've got close mic, room mic 1, and room mic 2. Which are gonna be, well, let's check it out. So right now we have our drum setup. As you can see, when you hover over it, it gives you a little bit of information on the actual way the mics are set up, tight and live. And it even gives you a little bit of like history. Sound City's signature aggressive and airy 90s sound. Drums are placed on a rug in the back while a wide open studio arrangement. That's for the live set. And then with the gobos behind it and in front of it, it says to create Sound City's tight 70s sound, studio gobos are used to form a classic room within a room fortress arrangement at the back wall. This is, I wasn't at Sound City, I was at East West, but this is a very common thing we would do in the big room to tighten it up, and it just sounds, both ways sound awesome. Just depends on what you're trying to do. Okay, and then if we look here, let's flip over at a couple different sources to see these setups. Acoustic, live. Chair on a rug, boom. Acoustic tight, probably gonna be the same thing. Yep, got your gobos. Okay, piano, that's cool. Acoustic piano. Gives you a little bit of a different perspective here so you can see the control room glass. All right, acoustic piano. That's cool. Guitar, let's flip over to guitar. Let's do 4x12 live. Go back to this view, right on the floor. Tight. Gobos. Okay, so I'm seeing a theme here. Live and tight. Okay, cool. Vocal, solo, no rug. Group, no rug. Really cool. Ensemble, horns, nice. Yep. And strings. Yeah, so you can get that sound of that floor in there. Really cool. Okay, let's just start at the default setting here. All right, so this is how it would load up. Now, another cool thing here with the mics, you can see there's these yellow squares, which basically turns the mics on or off, gets rid of them. So Maybe you just want to use the far mics or just want to use the close mics. So you can see the mic setup, which basically is just cool. Kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. You can turn on room mics here. You can see these are a little bit closer but super wide. And then we've got the far mics, room 2. So this is going to have all of them. And then obviously you can see the microphones that you're choosing for the set that you're using. So on our close mic, we have C12, 414, RCA 77DX, room mic 1, C12, U67, KM54. Bet those KM54 sound great. And then the far mics, U67, KM54, and KM84. All classic microphones that all sound fantastic on rooms. And then you can blend right here on each of them the level. So I'm guessing if we opened up our mixer here and we looked at this is gonna change just like it would on the mixer. Yep. Now, also looking down here at the microphones, some of these microphones actually have multiple polar patterns. So if you look here at our U67 to the right, you can see the polar patterns on cardioid, and you can click here and now you're in Omni. That's really cool. All right, let's listen to the acoustic guitar. We'll start right at the top. Sounds beautiful. Gibson J45, close mic'd, stereo. Now let's add in this plugin here, and it looks like we have all of the mics engaged at the same time. So I'm gonna pull it up. Right away. I mean, it sounds really good. It's always nice when you just load the plugin and the default setting just sounds great. Let's mess around a little bit. I'm gonna send a lot so we can really hear what's happening. Wow. All right, let's go just to the close mics. C12. Oh, wow. Okay, so stereo. Okay, 77. Oh, that's cool. So again, this is without it. And bringing in that mono ribbon mic. That's actually really cool. Let's go to the 414, no, C12, because we can switch polar patterns. I want to hear the difference here. Again, clean. Omni. Wow. Without it. With it. Man, really, really cool. Okay, let's jump to the mid rooms here and let's see. These are U67s, all right. Again, bypassed. In. So nice, man. I'm such a sucker for a good room mic, especially in the mix. All right, let's switch to Omni. Wow. Whoa. Okay, let's go to KM54s. Dude, literally all of these are super usable. Now this song in particular has no drums. This is gonna be a big acoustic sound, which is why I use stereo mics. So literally any of these are gonna be really nice. It's gonna depend on if we put a little bit of piano and bass in there, just getting nice separation from the vocals. So this is cool. I'm literally using the drums presets here. Let's, I guess just for fun, let's click over to the acoustic and see what we got here. Of course. Without it. With it. Omni. KM54. Man, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Loving the 67s on mid-room. Let's mess around with this master chain thing here. So with the presets, when you load it up, it looks like there's already some EQ and compression happening here, which is cool. So every setting is going to have its own placement, mic selection, and then you're going to have your own chain on the back end here. All right. Let's add this chamber. I want to hear this chamber. Wow. Beautiful. Change the mics on the chamber. All right, now we've listened to acoustic. Let's listen to some drums through here. I've now pulled up a drum recording I did here in my home studio. So let's listen to the drums just as I have them recorded. Okay, so I'm actually using close mics here in my home studio, and I have basically 3 different sets of room mics. Now, I'm not in a big room like Sound City. This is a small room, and I have some hacks that I use to sort of make my room seem bigger. I would say the biggest one is the fact that I use a mic down in my garage. So if I solo the drums and I take the garage mic out, you can see the garage mic here. This is going to be the difference it makes. Right? And I add it in. That's literally just a mic down the stairs. It's a 57 in my garage, and it just opens up the room. But now if you don't have a setup for this, or if maybe this isn't the sound I'm going for, then we can run it into our Sound City plugin here. So I've got my Sound City send going here to the plugin. We'll unmute that. Let's jump to like a simple part where I'm just kind of doing hats and kicks. Okay, so we're on the drums. This is the drums tight. Let's see the drums live. I'm gonna flip through here, kind of rapid fire. Turn the close mics off. Whoa, let's jump to that fill. Oh, cool. Okay, so that's the U67s in cardioid. Let's flip through here. I'm just gonna change mics and settings and just kind of real quickly without thinking too deeply on this stuff. Wow, listen to that difference between cardioid and omni. Now, obviously, you'd never have it this loud in the mix, but wow, those 67s in Omni sound great. What's going on over here? Yeah, okay, so the drums live preset has the EQ and compressor in it, and it's doing some crushing. It's literally on the crush setting here because that sounds awesome in Omni. Let's push it even harder. Oh man, that's great. closer rooms. KM54s. If we flip over to the mixer, now this is cool. In the mixer, you can actually see the distance and adjust it. Wow. Didn't notice that before. This is cool. Wow. I love that. So these are way back. If we bring these closer. Flip phase. Okay. Dang, this sounds awesome. Let me pull back. All right, now let's kill Sound City and just clean. That's great. Without the plugin. With it. Oh, wow. It's got a lot of low end too. So we can flip over to here and roll that off. Wow, that's awesome. Let's try this chamber. It's long. No chamber on drums, just using this on as a room mic. Okay, so this is how I would use it. And using room mics is such a massive part of getting a really unique mix, regardless of the instrument or how many mics or how close or far. Capturing the actual space you're in really sets apart that thing you're recording. Also, it helps give it space in the mix. This is really cool. I mean, just on drums and acoustic so far, I mean, you don't have to do any of these presets. You know, you could just go through and mess with whatever. Maybe a vocal solo or vocal group setting is going to be great on drums. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. It maintained my mix settings here. Oh, you can change the order too. That's cool. Look at it, it's like a little 500 series. That's awesome. Wow, bus. Sounds great. Some ribbons. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, maybe you don't want like that big, huge sound. And man, it's pretty impressive. But just quick, you know, turn it off. Turn it on. Oh, that's fun. Let's do guitar. Whoa. Stereo. Okay, so here's what I'm noticing. When you flip between presets, if you've adjusted your mixer or processing in the plugin, the adjustments you've made are going to stay unless you choose a different preset. So I think they've created all these presets here. Let's see, let's just see what's in here. Crushed drum knots. Load that up. Not great. Big rock drum room. Okay. I'll bite. Yeah. Without it? With it? Yep, and then you can squeeze it. Sick. Let's see how they're naming these here. Articulate vocal group, cab V, ballad strings, big piano, breathy lead vocal. Okay, so there's some good starting points in here. Sometimes there is magic in the preset, so you gotta go through here, and if anything, it gives you like great starting points. Oh, look at that. That's a totally different setup here. Oh my God. Yes. My big drums. There you go. Let's try cardioid or omni. Kill the close mics. And I'll tell you, the U67s on mid rooms and omni with that compressor is great. Okay, and then you can just use it as a reverb. Let's see what the difference is here. Okay, so it says when you use reverb, you are removing the source to mic direct path component of the mics. With the reverb mode, only the halo of the studio's early reflections and the decay are heard. Pre-delay and mix are only available under reverb. So if we switch over here, we can now blend it, and we can add pre-delay. Yeah, crazy. Super fun. Great job. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments on this. I'm going to have a ton of fun playing with this, and really excited to have a new updated room and reverb plugin from Universal Audio. They did it again. This is really cool. You can kind of get lost in here, and I love all of the graphics that they've made and how they changed the room setup for it. It's really, really nice. Super easy to use. Love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video. I'll put a link to this down in the description if you want to click on it and see any more details on that. Affiliate links for Sweetwater. Support the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.